Hey, it's Neil here. I just want to touch a little bit about some of my story, where I came from, and kind of touch base on how I got, what led me into affiliate marketing and using some of the tools that I used. I am from Gastonia, North Carolina, as you can see. It's where I was born. And I graduated high school in 1985 from Ashbrook High School. And I played football in high school and undersized football player, and then was a wrestler in high school, and actually did really good in wrestling. I was a state place winner my senior year, and then decided I was going to try to wrestle in college. So I went from when I went to college, I wasn't a good student in high school, but for some reason Elon at the time accepted me and let me come there to try to be a college student. And I signed up for ROTC. Had planned to do ROTC, join the military after college, and do the wrestling while I was there. They coincided with each other, so I dropped the ROTC and just continued to wrestle. Earned a scholarship while I was there, but got my butt kicked really bad. Lost interest in it really fast. When the first time in my life I'd actually felt it's something that I'd been good at, and really started a downward spiral of just partying and having a good time, and what I thought was a good time. Letting things get away, not studying like I should have, and ended up getting asked to sit out a semester and then reapply in the fall, which meant they were never going to let me back in. I took that semester off, went to a community college here in Gastonia, and then really decided that really wasn't the work for me. Or school really wasn't where I was at right now. I needed to grow up more before I could be successful in college. So with college behind me at this point, and still not really knowing what I was going to do, don't get fooled by NASA. I took a job working for my uncle, who worked in telecommunications, installing telephone cable, and our first job we happened to get was at the NASA Langley Research Center, which is in Hampton, Virginia. I went out there and worked for a while, pulled telephone cable in the tunnels and stuff out there, and it was interesting work, but not something I knew I wanted to do for very long. So shortly after that, I worked off and on with him for a couple of years, about a year maybe. Timeline's a little fuzzy, but around that same time, my mother had just asked me. She said she had somebody she wanted me to meet, and I told her at the time I really wasn't interested in meeting anybody. But I'd listened to her. I met this girl, and we went out, and we've been married for 31 years. And this past June, and we have 3 grown children. So that when I listened to mom, I'm glad I listened to my mom. She was right this time, or she's been right a lot that I've not listened to. But when we got engaged, we got engaged that Christmas in 1990, and that right after the first of that year, I took off and went to New York with my uncle. He had worked for us up there doing telephone work, and he said he'd pay me $25 an hour, which was good. It gave us an opportunity to make money so we could have the wedding sooner and get married sooner. That June we got married, and she moved up to New York with me while we were still working up there. And then in September, while we were in New York, he pulled me in his office one day. He was like, I don't really know if I can pay you boys this week. So I told him then we were going home. So she and I packed up our stuff and we moved back to North Carolina. And when I came to North Carolina, really couldn't find a job anywhere. Not making enough money or making any money much. This is early. There was 1991. I was out of work for about 30 days a month, and I had to take a job for working for a temporary agency, and they made compact discs. It was a CD manufacturing plant. It was in Kings Mountain, North Carolina at the time. They went by a lot of different names: Phillips, DuPont, Polygram, Universal. I was with them for 16 years. I worked in their packaging department and put plastic on some of a lot of the most popular music and DVDs that you watch and listen to today, or did over the last 20 years, 25 years. But in 2007, I'd gone back to school a little bit, went back to Gaston, got some college out of the way again, had started working on some other stuff. I was kind of got to the point there where I couldn't get any further. I got to the test behind me. So in 2007, I left to take a job selling cars at a used car dealership, this place right here. You've probably heard of it. They're a national company. They have dealerships all across the country. And I enjoyed it. When I first went there, it was 2007, so right before the big recession, which was really tough because we were on straight commission. But it was still a lot, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting people, trying to help people get into vehicles. And it's really this time is where I really started, my affiliate marketing journey started to kind of come into play, because we were struggling financially. And I started looking online, trying to find ways to make money online, and started coming across a lot of different things on YouTube and everything. And I had signed up for Clickfunnels for their trial period. And at the time, I don't know how much Clickfunnels is now, but at the time they were about $99 a month or something like that. And at the end of the trial period, I just didn't feel comfortable enough messing with it, didn't have enough experience building funnels, and everything was still really green at it, that I just couldn't swing, extra $99 a month, especially right there at that time of year when, this was a little bit later. I'm sorry, I kind of jumped ahead from 2007. This was about 2018 when I jumped into the ClickFunnels thing. I started trying to build multiple streams of income through affiliate marketing. And I was sitting at work one day at Drivetime, and I used to, when I should have been making phone calls and trying to call customers in to sell them cars, I would be on my computer reading about affiliate marketing, reading about Russell Brunson and the different guys and different things that they were doing. And I started seeing, I got a text from somebody asking me if I was interested in ClickFunnels or those type of tools. And what it was a bot message about Builderall. And this was in, like I said, 2017, I think it was, sometime around then, 2018. And at that time, it was only $29 a month. And then, so I jumped on I think the first 30 days was $1, something like that, to try it. I don't know. They had just launched, hadn't been around very long at all. And so I jumped on there and have stuck with Builderall. Now, every time they've upgraded, I've been able to upgrade too. They grandfather me into each upgrade, which is one of the things I love about this platform. But the guy sent me this text message, which was kind of new at the time too, and I didn't realize it was a bot until after. And then I just started getting in. I've come to and really love the tools. They are just tons of tools you can use to build all your funnels. And that's one of the reasons why it took me so long to kind of promoting thing, because anytime I would find a program that I like Legendary Marketer, which I'm an affiliate for Legendary also, which I think a lot of people start there and they should or can, they all use ClickFunnels, and I didn't have access to ClickFunnels. And then I found somebody on TikTok, now in 2019 when COVID hit. Now I'm going to back up a little bit for a second. When COVID hit in 2019, at the Drivetime actually fired me. They let go half of their sales force that year because of the pandemic, and which was a blessing in disguise for me. It didn't seem like it at the time, but it turned out to be. Luckily for us, my wife works for a financial advisor in Charlotte, and she was fortunate enough she didn't lose her job, and they've actually thrived through this, surprisingly, luckily. And so she's been able to keep working, but it's able to for me to be able to stay at home and work on this stuff. So that's when I kind of jumped back into affiliate marketing after COVID hit. And really started to dig into learning the tools. And it's about the time TikTok kind of, around the election and all that kind of stuff, kind of came into the news, and we started picking it back up. And I'd already downloaded it before, so I just pulled it back up and started playing around on there and saw how much traffic people were generating with it, and saw what kind of success people were having with like Legendary Marketer and different programs on there. So it got me excited about jumping on here. That's what I decided to do. So that's why I decided to get on here today and kind of go through and let you know a little bit of how I went from basically digging ditches. Started out digging ditches in Virginia and pulling telephone cable to now as a digital marketer here talking to you guys. And if you want to learn what I'm doing, you want to go through, I'm going to make more videos like this, break down Builderall and the tools in there, and some of the things I'm doing to try to generate traffic, and why I decided to finally go with RPM, the Rapid Profit Machine, after watching James' success for all those years and being kind of hard-headed and deciding not to do it. But anyway, that's another story. I'll talk to you later. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.